Morning, naughty people. How you all doing? Hope everyone is good. God, what a day, eh? Couldn't bloody see the game on any channel, so I quickly thought I'd do the draw with you guys and see how things are going. So the draw should be on next 5, 10, 15 minutes. Whatever it is, we're gonna have a look at it. So bear with me. Still trying to sort the bloody show stream out. But let me know in the chat what you think. Professional performance, and all that. Ben Rama assist for Suchek through to the fourth round. It's a cup that we can realistically do well in. And let's see, all the big boys are through to the next round. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. We'll see what goes on. But let me know. Let me know what's going on. Jazz has got his rum in the West Ham channel. Got his rum in the West Ham bar more like what the bloody hell is. Let me move that out the way until Frankie baby comes in. But let me know what you guys are doing. Hope everything is good. West Ham bar, if you haven't seen it. Ian Bishop. My first shirt there, 1989. First rum and coke. Third rum and coke of the day. Gonna get a little fill up here. Rum down here, get some rum in. Watch the draw. All the big boys are through, as you know. We'll see who we get. Need to get some ice in as well. Get some coke in. Cheers to everyone in the chat. Hope everyone is doing good. Let me know in the chat who you guys want. All the big boys are in there. Daniela's in there. Daniela's done the day shift. She's doing the night shift on the channel. I'll tell you what, Danielle, I couldn't get any stream. I usually got all the channels made up my sleeve. I couldn't get this one, and I had to listen on the BBC Five commentary, one of those channels. And first half was a waste of time, wasn't it? Not much happened in the first half. Just putting my coke in my rum. Please excuse me, everyone. You seen these things now? They're all like safety. You can't take them off. It's good, isn't it? Stops the swan swallowing them in the canal, doesn't it? Very good thinking. I want to put some ice in, but I have to go. A little bit around the screen, so I'm going to leave it. But all the big boys in the group in the draw, aren't they? Liverpool, Chelsea. Let me see. I think Arsenal won, aren't they? Let's have a look. Let's see. Let's see. I'm just checking the other scores, everyone, and I'll be back in the chat with you guys. Cheers, anyway. Cheers to everyone. Blackburn are through. Bournemouth, Arsenal, Chelsea, Fulham, West Ham United, Liverpool, Newcastle. Wow. A lot of London teams left in there, so it could be a local derby for you guys. But let me know in the chat who you want. Let who's in there. Daniela, Villa. Yeah, they're all gone out, mate. They're all gone. Good evening, Pam. How's things? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, not too bad, mate. I was going to do a show like a normal match review, but I haven't seen the game, so I can't tell you much. All I know is what I heard. There was a stream. There's a guy doing the stream from the crowd. I don't know how you can do that, and you can hear all the songs, all the banter. It was really really good. And first half, not much going on. A lot of passes sideways. I know Danny Ings was shit in the first half. I don't want him playing up front by himself. That is a complete waste of time. There's no point playing Danny Ings up front. Why doesn't the manager get that? Absolutely criminal, right? But yeah, bit of subs are made. Alvarez came on. Banrama corner, I think it was Suchek. I think it's ahead. I haven't seen it. Let me know in the chat. And they got close a couple of times. We went close again. And in the end, I think can't complain. But worrying how Cornet was not very good. I heard came off. Time's running out for Cornet. I think. Bit worried about that. Yeah, and Danny Ings didn't look good, did he? Kevin, I'm doing good, mate. Hope you're doing good. Yep, that's what it was, mate. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hope we'll do. At least we can get a ticket then, Pam. If it's away, we ain't got a chance, have we? Let me know how the audio is because I haven't got my usual crisp professional microphone. I'm in the West Ham bar, not in my study, so a bit different. But yeah, I mean, I think Blackburn are not in the Premiership. Apart from that, apart from Blackburn, they're all in the Premier League. And you've got kind of, yeah, a lot of London clubs in there. I think, like you said, I think we're not too bad away. I think home to Blackburn would be good, but they knocked us out, didn't they? So I ain't going to say anything. I don't want to go away to Liverpool. I mean, that's always tough. away to Arsenal. Ooh, that'll be hard as well. I know we have a go at them, but they're fairly good, aren't they? But the draw's at 10:15, everyone, so we can waffle on for about 10 minutes. But yeah, I was sorting out the bar the other day. I got my champagne cooler there. Don't think you can see it. Got my champagne cooler in there today. The champ's in there. The champagne's getting all chilled out in there, mate. Look, it's all in there. All in there when we win the league. I'm always doing things. I can't help myself. I love DIY. Always fidgeting. I've got to put some shelves up in the corner. There used to be a fridge in here. We used to have two fridges. I kind of got rid of it. Stuck the big one in the kitchen. I'm always up to something. Always up to something. But let's see what's going on in the chat anyway. Yeah. Oh, excellent, mate. I tell you what, there's so many things you got to do when you go live. The thumbnails, audio, the microphone. Make sure I can see what you guys are up to, really. So, like I said, yeah, I was going to do a normal match review, but like a lot of you, I haven't visually seen any of the game. I can just go by that. Yeah, first half was nothing to write home about. Second half, we just got things done, improved a bit, but still, one or two players didn't really take the chances. That's what it's about. Who is knocking on the door of the first half, isn't it? That's what it's all about, right? So Cornet for me, not doing well. I can't tell you how well, I'm guessing that the back four didn't get stretched that much. So how much did we find out about Kehra's form last time? He wasn't that good in that European game. Fabianski, I don't know if he's going to get back in anytime soon. We'll see. You're right, mate. You're right. I'm only going on about the bloody games today, ain't I? Bloody yeah, I get carried away with all that. You're absolutely right. So let me go and tell you the full bloody thing. I should have put it at the bottom, shouldn't I? Let's see. EFL Cup, Carabao Cup, the energy drink people, aren't they? Let's have a look. Used to be Milk Cup when I used to grow up. Milk Cup. I think Liverpool won it from 81 to 84, 85. They won it so many years in a row. Then it became the Rumbelows Cup, if you remember. I think Arsenal won it. And there's been so many. Has it been Carling as well? So many things. But yeah, Reading beat Millwall, my local team. Well, more or less local team. Reading beat Millwall. Let's have a look. I'm bloody looking at the wrong draw, aren't I can't find it. They haven't updated the scores. Is this the draw? Is this so? It's Ipswich, isn't it? Ipswich, Wolves, Exeter, Luton, Everton, Palace, Port Vale, Bolton, no Sutton, Bradford City, Borough, Bournemouth, Stoke, Lincoln. Oh, there's loads of clubs. I was getting worried. I've lost the plot. Sorry. Ignore all of that. I've got it now. So it's Ipswich, Exeter, Everton, Man United, Port Vale, Middlesbrough, Bournemouth, West Ham, Arsenal, as we know, Chelsea, Burnley, Fulham, Blackburn, Liverpool, Mansfield. You're right. Yeah. There's a couple of outside the Premiership. So the teams outside the Premiership, yeah, Mansfield, Blackburn. I was going to say Burnley. So yeah, got Middlesbrough. We Carrick's Middlesbrough. Got kind of Port Vale in there, which is next to Stoke, isn't it? Exeter in Devon. Not many football clubs down there, and Ipswich. So yeah, I don't mind home or away because funny enough, we kind of are all right. We're all right away. We're all right. Right, who's in there? Alexander 52's in there. No, no, no. We've got to go for the cup, Alexander. I think this is the one realistically. If the draws are okay, we can do well. And you know how much winning a trophy meant to everyone last year, mate. So I think we've got to keep going, mate. We've got to keep going. Got to keep going. Actually, you're right. Mabuma didn't. He didn't come on, did he? Did he come on? Let me have a look again because I didn't see the game. Did Mabuma come on? Let's have a look. Yeah, 66 minutes. He did come on. Yeah, Littlewoods Cup, mate. Well done. Absolutely brilliant. That's 1988 when we beat yeah, Liverpool 4-1 in that game, didn't we? Littlewoods Pools, isn't it? Yeah, Milk Cup. Yeah, he's just too important, isn't he, Kevin? We've got to wrap him round in cotton wool, mate. Got to wrap all these players up, mate. You know what I mean? Yeah. So clever thinking that was, Daniela. So the teams that are obviously a bit short of money down the lower leagues, they had a chance to make twice as much money, didn't we? With away with the bigger grounds. You know, like if it was Liverpool v Oldham, then Oldham would hopefully get a share of the receipts at Anfield and vice versa. Great thinking by the old generation. I think they did a lot of things good, didn't they? The way the cups were, like I mentioned, European Cup, only number one goes through. UEFA second and sixth, European Cup Winners' Cup. Not many games on the Sunday, a lot on the Saturday, 3 p.m. And yep, I think they had it. I had a lot of things. A lot of things are going good. Evening, Hammer Time. Evening, matey. Daniela, Mansfield. I bet no one's been to Mansfield. No one even knows where it is. Yeah, let me know what everyone's been up to today. I've been running around, shopping and all that kind of thing. Shopping is so expensive now, isn't it, everyone? My God. I don't even want to tell you. Jesus Christ. I tell you what tops it up. A large bottle of ketchup is £4.25 and 4.50 now. I'm not buying whiskey, I'm buying ketchup. That is extraordinary. It'll be alright if our wages are doubled. Bloody hell. Will, how you doing? The draw is at 10:15, my man. So at the moment, the channel is doing an advertising break. So 10:15, enough time for you to join me for a Bacardi and Coke or a Scotch. I can get you Johnny Walker Blue if you behave yourself. Champagne is nicely chilled for you as well. So yeah, you got your couple of times. Get tea or biscuits, whatever you want. Yeah, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. Let's go and win some trophies. It'll be good. Just a good long run. It's been a long time, long time. We always used to do good in the cups. That's what we were famous for. It's been a while. It's been a while. But listen, yeah, we got that great Europa Conference trophy last year, semi-finals the year before. It's about time we did better at domestic cups now, isn't it? You know, I personally came from a generation where the FA Cup was like the Champions League. It was so important. It was so important. You know, that third round day was so iconic. I got well in the I'm not so good in the beer department. I like my spirits, so I got two boys who they guzzle enough beer. So I've got some Fosters for someone who's not too fussy. But those guys, Corona Extra, they've been on Will because they've been on good price at Tesco. So they've all been drinking Corona Extra. Normally it's Peroni. My favourite beer is Singer beer. But yeah. Oh mate, I don't even know if you could see all of it. I got so much stuff. So everywhere I go abroad, I buy a shot glass. So I got like 20, 30, 40 shot glasses from every city I go to. And then I got some miniatures up there. Got some more West Ham tiddly bits down there. I've got some scarves to hang up and some pennants. So I'm working on that. I might do the bit of ceiling there. There's not much going on down there. If you can see, look, bit plain down there. So I might do something down there. Watched the conference final from the bar. We had half the road here. So yeah, I'll show you another time. I've got loads of seating plan on the other side of the garage as well. So I usually chill out here sometimes. But yeah, let's see what's going on in the chat. How you doing, Fortune? Hope you're doing all right, mate. I do remember that. I do remember that. It was a February night, a very cold night. And Oldham is one of the coldest grounds traditionally back then. They used to say Oldham and used to be one more. Sunderland was it the old Roker Park? So Oldham was, yeah, I think it's very high up and very cold. And we had to put Phil Parks in goal, and he had dodgy knees. We didn't have any other goalkeeper to choose. Alan Devonshire. That game, actually, Fortunes is ironic for so many legendary players playing their last game for West Ham. I think Alan Devonshire, Phil Parks. I don't know if Alvin Martin played. We had to wrap up Stuart Robson, mate. And Oldham, that Oldham team under Joe Royle, as you know, they had Dennis Irwin, had that striker up front, didn't they? He was quite good. So a lot of good players came out of that team. Andy Ritchie, wasn't it? Andy Ritchie, whatever his name was. couple of good centre halves, Paul Warhurst. Yeah, and they smashed us, mate. We beat them 3-0 or 3-1 at home, and Billy Bonds took over then, didn't he, mate? Oh, you're lucky, ain't you? You're lucky. Very, very lucky. Saturday, very hot day, Danielle, I believe. Very, very hot day. As traditionally it was. A lot of the FA Cup finals, when you watch them on TV, they just seem to time it right. Very, very hot. I mean, I don't live that far from Wembley out west, but yeah. I mean, I used to be quite traditional, historic, and used to think, why don't we rescue the Twin Towers at Wembley? But then some people tell me stories saying, Jazz, mate, you don't want to know. The facilities, standing around in urine and piss and disgust, and the toilets, you don't even want to talk about it. The food, you don't want to talk. So a lot of them are saying that it was done for the better, cleaned it all up, much better, more friendly for the kids to come to. Now I'm kind of thinking on their level now. A lot of you lucky people went to that. Yeah, 3-0, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah. Oh bloody, I might even know who scored in that. Or will I? Oh God. Was it David Kelly? Did he get one? Even though he was on the way out then, wasn't it? But this is weird though, isn't it? Newcastle beating Man City. I don't know what to make of Newcastle. I rate them very highly, but my boys don't. So, but even if it doesn't work out for Newcastle this season, they got a lot of money to pump at it. They keep looking at our players. Evening, Michael. How you doing? Cheers, man. I'm gonna get some ice. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna get some ice. I can't drink without ice. I can't drink without ice anymore. Cheers. I can't drink without ice anymore. I went to Edinburgh. I bought some nice things from Edinburgh as well. Got some limited edition black label. So anyone's in Edinburgh, I highly recommend the Johnny Walker Whiskey Tour on Princess Street. They've redone it up. It's state of the art. It's nothing like any other distillery tour you might think you're going to. It's about 1 hour. It's not too expensive, maybe £15 or less. Well worth it. You get three large glasses like these as part of the tour. And what they do, they send you out a questionnaire, and those questions at the end of it are meant to sort of work out what your taste, what your palate is. And then when you go in, they give you a color and a wristband. You put that, so underneath the glass is a wristband with a color of what they reckon what your palate is. You put that glass under the machine and it pre-mixes the drinks. Some people got buttercup tonic mixes, so mixes that you would never think of. Really, really interesting. Highly recommended. I think I got a couple of glasses out of it. Really good prices. Anyway, back to football again. I think that's what I heard, mate. First half. I mean, listen, hats off to people who went out there. It's far, it's late, it's hard. Probably took half a day off work. Not much to entertain, isn't it? Football's an entertainment. I keep saying it. Don't get a lot of that from a lot of clubs these days. It's all too serious now, isn't it? Before used to be, John Lyle used to say entertainment first. We owe the fans entertainment. That's what football was created for recreational purposes, and for the workers who got the weekend off to go and enjoy themselves. See some goals going in, same dribbling, some skills. That's kind of dying out, isn't it? Sharky, I don't mind. I think we were right in the counter attack, aren't we? I think all right. I think this West Ham team plays about the same home or away, mate. I don't think we really made home a fortress. Would you say? I don't know. I have to check our record. And away we're kind of all right. Yeah, and I think away suits us more, doesn't it? It's like home team's going to come at us more often than not, and then we're going to hopefully pick them off, mate. I didn't watch it, mate. I hope you're doing all right. I know Brighton are rated, aren't they? So I don't know, because Brighton ain't doing too well in the cups, are they, mate? They got done in that first Europa game, didn't they? 3-2. So yeah, but I hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in, mate. I only saw one game at Wembley, Daniel. I was at school, secondary school, and God bless her, the English teacher organised a trip on a minibus in the evening. So it was England Poland qualifier, 88-89. Gary Lineker scored from the penalty area. And when you're that age, the goal was at the other end. I couldn't see nothing. I think they used to put all the kids behind the goal. A lot of kids went to that. But it's daunting as a kid, 14, 15 going Wembley. Such a big place. Such a big place. Evening, Snazzy Yazzie. Where you been, mate? Where you been? Bloody, I hope I don't miss the bloody draw, mate. What these guys bloody doing? Keep showing the bloody. Let me have a look what these guys are up to. Keep showing the bloody Newcastle thing. Come on, get in there. Game's done. So let's have a look, see what's going on. No sign of the draw yet. About to keep that channel on you. About to keep me on. I'm going to be about a minute behind anyway. You know what I'm like. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's meant to be at 10:15, mate. Yeah, meant to be at 10:15. Oh God, interviewing Eddie Howe now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, Daniela, to let me know where you were sitting in the 1980 final. Were you behind the goals? Were you on the halfway line? Let me know. Because 1980 used to be a whole day. You'd get up like 10 in the morning. BBC One. I'm trying to remember what channel my old man used to prefer watching it on. Was it BBC One or ITV? I can't remember now. I did used to like Brian Moore's commentary, but I think they're all good commentators. John Watson. I think because of the advert situation, I think we used to watch it on BBC One. Well, Greenwood, if anyone knows, came from Arsenal as a unknown coach. So again, our board done well to get him out of there, and it's under him largely. We've got this label of good football. We followed the great Hungarian team of the 50s in Real Madrid, apparently. Yeah, we often do. We do have that stat pretty, yeah, for a while now. We do sell out percentage wise more than any other Premiership club at least. Oh, Steve's on. Stevie boy. Steve's on. How you doing, mate? Cheers. My favourite colour's dark blue usually, and I thought I'd make a bit of a change before I wear my Liverpool shirt, mate. How you doing anyway? Steve, who do you want in the draw, mate? Let me know. I tell you what, Glenn Hoddle's from West London, there where I grew up, and wasn't he a West Ham type of player? Wasn't he? In a West Ham mould. Imagine him and Alan Devonshire in the same team, isn't it? Great skill. And listen, we know what we think of Spurs, but more often than not, down the years, they have had a lot of skillful players that deep down we would have liked for our club, isn't it? To be fair, got to be honest, haven't we? I thought it was my bloody thing. I thought a bit slow. Oh, behind the goal, not bad, not bad. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things were different then. I think. Yeah, I think you used to probably. Actually, no. I'm sure you had to queue up to get your ticket before. I doubt you could pay cash on the day finals. I don't think so. I think what I've been told is semi-final and final, even 80 and all that time, you had to queue up Upton Park whenever it was available to get it in paper. I know league games you could pay on the day cash. I don't think finals you could. I think it's what they call was all ticket, 100,000 bang on all ticket game. But even back in those days, I think a lot of tickets used to go to neutrals, isn't it? I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong. You cheeky boy, hit two stones, eh? Hit two plays with one stone, mate. Yeah. Not too many clubs down that way, Steve. We've got Plymouth, got Exeter, got Torquay, haven't we, mate? Torquay, remember Torquay beat us 1-0 around 1991, wasn't it? That was terrible. That was, I think, when Lou Macari was on his way out. And then we had two teams that year, Steve, when I started going, because we bought so many players too late. So league games used to be Bishop, Morley, Jimmy Quinn, all those lads. And then in the League Cup and FA Cup, we didn't have anyone fit, mate. It's crazy. Lee's in there. Lee. Ooh, they're showing us the League Cup. They're showing it. They're showing it. Oh my God, Steve, let me know how you got there because it must have been a difficult, long journey there, mate. Torquay, Jesus. What's that John Cleese one? That with the hotel. That was based in Torquay, wasn't it? Forgot the name of it now with the Spanish waiter. Do you remember? Let me see if anyone else is joining me. Frankie's given up. I keep cancelling so many shows. I set them up and then something goes wrong, and then I was going to do this one, and I didn't realise that I'm not going to be able to watch this. So halfway line on all games. Oh wow! Uncle put the. Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard a lot of you guys used to have a favourite uncle. Used to always manage to get a ticket. I know. I even know a couple of people who lived a couple of streets away from Upton Park. Imagine that as a kid. I couldn't really. I didn't have that luxury. I don't think my parents would let me on a train that would take a couple of hours to go on my own from West to East London. So I didn't go till I was like 15, 80, 89, 90 started going. So I missed out on John Law. I didn't watch any game. Shame. But someone who would have lived two, three roads away. And when you're that young age, you love things like the program. Oh my God, I collect programs. I think I'm only about 20 short of the every home West Ham program since the 70s. I started collecting a lot of it in lockdown and I'm kind of building up slowly. I've given up this year collecting programs. They're so crap now. I've just knocked it on the head now. I don't even know what it is, £5, £6, £7. But in the old days, our program was brilliant up to the mid 90s and whatever. We used to win awards for it. Used to love reading the program, managers' comments, line up at the back, squad, looking at the reserves, who's coming up. I used to love it, but now, no, I don't know why I used to kept buying it up to the end of last season. It's just full of adverts. But yeah, imagine a 12, 11-year-old kid living 3 roads away from Upton Park. Wow. And it would have been pretty cheap for me. I would have just gone, walked down. That's the one, mate. That's the one. The way he used to get on my nerves, a lot of overacting going on, but a lot of people found him funny anyway. Yeah, I used to be at school, mate, and used to hear the ball in the bag, and all that rustling sound, mate. Those are the days. Those are the days, mate. Yeah, Stevie was there. 75, 80, 64. But you're only 20 then, weren't you, Steve? Do you remember it? Yeah, in 1964, Steve was only 20. But yeah. How you doing, Judy? Way, man. My neighbour is such a nice lady. She's from Newcastle. I went there a couple of years ago when we won 4-2. I stayed in Leeds, mate, and then I drove all the. Your pies were nice, mate. Nice pies in St James's Park. I was saying, got them at half time. They were so hot. I had to hold them like that, put them somewhere safe, and then I ate them at the end of the game. They were so hot. Four wheels up there. Oh, mate, I was going to say 1923, but you were a toddler then in a pushchair. Actually, that's 100 years old, isn't it? 1923, 100-year anniversary. So, Steve, I mean, I don't expect you to remember anything when you just 1 and 2, mate. So that's fair enough. Mm. It's really interesting how people get tickets when they really need them. It's just funny how it falls through, doesn't it? Um, I know a few people who, for this conference, they had tickets, they didn't go. So imagine that you had tickets, lucky to get tickets, but you didn't go because one or two things. Like either someone didn't have a passport, it was an expired passport, they had something else booked up in the day. It's weird, isn't it? Oh, come on, get on with it. Jesus Christ, this is like deliberately trying to get advert after advert out. Oh, the goalkeeper, wasn't it, mate? Steve, do you remember George Cowie? Like, I know I was listening to his interview on the West Ham Way podcast the other day. Quite interesting. George Cowie was from Scotland. Didn't really make it, but was always in the team group. So you about 83, 84 time, 82. So you would have known. So interesting what they think. Again, they all of them from that time. They all. Steve, let me know. Did you ever meet John Lyle, Steve? Like, yeah, accidentally or waved at him or went down to Chadwell Heath, which used to be pretty open back then, didn't it, mate? I remember when we bought Di Canio and Mark Vivian Foe, rest in peace, on the same day. I was going to skip college and go down there and just see if I could see him. He could do that, like, yeah, up to mid 90s, up to when Harry was manager, just turn up at Chadwell Heath and get signatures and things, really. I think we're getting close, getting close. Yeah, it rang a bell, didn't it, mate? Yeah. I've seen those, Kevin, in the pictures, mate. I've seen those little books. Some people still got them because you kept the stubs, didn't you, as a memento? Some people they go for a lot of money in auctions, Kevin. So I've got my name down in a West Ham auction. So anything West Ham related selling in any auction in the UK, I get an alert. Not saying I buy anything, but I get to know about it, whether it's Bobby Moore's signed program or something else or something else. Everything there, mate. You know, some people have got seats and chairs from Upton Park in their back garden, haven't they? All right, we're getting ready for the draw, everyone. So I'm gonna ignore the comments now. So I'm not gonna look at the chat. I'm not gonna look at the chat. I'm gonna just have a look, and then I'll tell you what's going on. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put down the big draws that we get down the bottom of the ticker. So I'm not gonna read the chat until the draw's over, then we'll catch up. But I will be telling you what I'm seeing. So we've got the Celtic manager Lennon, and we've got the Wolves guy Don Goodman. I remember him playing for West Brom at West Ham '89. Don Goodman. West Ham is number 14, everyone. Number 14, West Ham. You guys are on Arsenal, don't you? You guys are on Arsenal. I know you do. Wee. Steve wants Exeter for different reasons. Steve wants Exeter City. A few of you want Mansfield, even though no one knows where Mansfield is. Don Goodman, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Lennon was Leicester City, wasn't he? Manager of Celtic. Funny looking chap. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm only going to put the big draws up there. First one, round 4, Carabao Cup. We have Mansfield. We have Mansfield at home. Wow. Ooh, gonna have to put some more rum in soon. Port Vale, boo. Oh, come on. That's the two lower ones playing each other. Mansfield at home to Port Vale. That means the big boys are still in there. Ipswich, Tractor Boys Ipswich. Not too far from West Ham, really, technically speaking. Oh, mate, I thought that was us. Fulham, Ipswich, Fulham. We fancied all those four. We're going to get someone big, aren't we? We're going to get done. Oh, shit. Manchester United. 16. Newcastle. Newcastle just beating Man City. They're giving them Man United. That's what you said to West Ham. Manchester United versus Newcastle. That's worth putting up there, isn't it? I can't even see without my glasses, I tell you. I'm struggling a bit. Bournemouth, Liverpool. They ain't come out yet. Chelsea. Chelsea versus Blackburn. It's West Ham Arsenal, isn't it? It's West Ham Arsenal, mate. West Ham at home. I told you, didn't I? I told you. Oh, I'm going to that, mate. Let's do them. Let's do them. Let's do them. Let's go back to the chat. Well, forget about the rest of them. Let's see what's happening in the chat, matey. Everton, Burnley. Yeah, let's go for Arsenal. Let's go for it, mate. I told you, yeah, Arsenal, mate. West Ham, mate. Well, it's this. We look at the lower teams all playing each other. Exeter, Middlesbrough. Bring it on. They're yeah. Listen, mate. They're what, second best team, third best team. We're at home. We've got to play our strongest team. Let's see how brave Arteta is. Let's see how many balls he's got and all that. But listen, goon as it is, yeah. Listen, packed crowd. I'm going. I'm going to take the day off. I'm going to be ready for that. Steve's going to go with me. Steve, you're getting a ticket with me, mate. You're coming with me. Your first game in 25 years, mate. Steve's got North London links, mate. So that's going to be good. Steve's coming. We're going to make a whole evening of it. Going to have a good life. So, yeah. So I'll put the main fixtures down in Man United, Newcastle, Bournemouth, Liverpool, Chelsea, Blackburn. That game's going to be live. It's the big match, I think, of the whole draw. Apart from, well, Man United, Newcastle's big, sorry. Yeah. So West Ham, Arsenal. So let me know in the comments what you think. I'm thinking bringing it on. I think bring it on. I'm not too worried about that. At home, could have been worse. Oh, for sure, mate. For sure. 100%. If he's fit, he will. He will. At some point. I think at some point he will. So let me know what you think. We could have got it easier. Listen, look at the four clubs. Look at the five. Blackburn got drawn before us, and then after Arsenal, you got Everton, Burnley, Exeter, Borough. Liverpool always get away with it, don't they? Away to Bournemouth. Listen, I'm all right with it. I'm all right. We're at home. Let's kind of raise the roof. You know, let's have like 5, 6 of those £10 a pint glasses, remortgage the house, and then lift the crowd up. That's what it's all about. Nah, let's go for it, mate. Can't stand him, mate. And that's going to create one hell of an atmosphere. Alvarez on Declan Rice, first minute, crowd goes nuts. Got to be on it. But do you want Fabianski in goal for this game? I think it's going to be. Um, we got to put out a proper 11 in this game. So I don't know what David's going to do. I don't want Kerr or anyone like that in the back four or Oggy or people like that. We got to be ready for this. Yeah, it will be, mate. Bees knees, where you been, bees knees? Arsenal. I predicted, well, not predicted, but I was talking a lot about West Ham Arsenal, and they got drawn out, mate. I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'm happy about this game. I'm up for it. We're going to cover it, a lot of it live around the ground. I might even take half a day off, shoot down the Green Street and all that, mate. You were the ones after we got drawn out, mate. But listen, at least we're at home. Away, I would have hated that. I think at home, we're not easy, mate. Get Bowen in there, SAS man Bowen in there. Get Antonio in there, running down the channels, then looking who's in the box. Let's do all of that. We should be fine, mate. Yeah, but you know, Pam, the history with Arsenal. Do you remember that year, Hearts and Kitson, where they knocked us out the FA Cup and the League Cup? And I think FA Cup is 97. I think I just got married then, and it was on penalty. Someone invited us round for dinner shortly after we got married, and I spent I rudely spent half the time watching a game on the TV they had in the other room. Samasio Abu missed that penalty. Oh, I hated him after that. He was such a. We done him that game, and we just couldn't get it over the line. And they had a few players like Anelka that were out of this world. So yeah, Pam, they knocked us out 97, 98 out of the FA Cup and League Cup. And John Hartson, who could outdo most centre halves back then, he gave Martin Keown such a battle that night. But Keown gave it back as well. That was one hell of a battle. That was just couldn't get it over the line. Gave two. I think that both games went to. Either replays or extra time. Anyway, I remember that. Yeah, probably. Shall I have a look? At least 2, 3 weeks time, innit, mate? At least 2, 3 weeks time. Let me see if I can see it now. Hang on, mate. Let's have a look at the draw. Look at the draw. Oh, it's too early, mate. It's too early. I can't see it. Yeah. I'll be home after 10 minutes. Oh, you remember that? Good memories, ladies. Yeah. Well, good team we had then, you know. I really liked Matthew Upson, or I don't know if his first name was Matthew Upson. He played in that one of the three centre backs, and we played wing backs, and then we played Ian Pearce sometimes up front. And then he goes, "I'm homesick." We keep getting that with the Scousers when they play London. Mark Ward, like his wife's like, "No, I don't want to go there," and then Upson's like, "Can't settle down here." Do you know what I mean? So we had a good team, and he went to Villa, not really going back home to Everton, but kind of halfway, and then yeah, one of those things really. Anyway, I'm going to call it quits. Arsenal, it is everyone. Thank you for joining me. I know the show was kind of done out of the blue. I'm going to have another few rums because the wife's in Canada on work. I'm going to be a bit naughty, and we'll catch up with a few more shows next couple of days. So thanks for tuning in. Before I go, Steve, you're coming to the Arsenal game. You're getting your ticket, mate. You, me, starting early, Green Street, pie and mash, and we're going to have a good time, mate. And we're going to do some filming. Yeah, I'm going to take half the day off. Going to meet Steve. I'm going to have a laugh. Yeah, mate. I'll give you a call after the show anyway, mate. So yeah. No, I mean Unsworth it is, but I didn't know about his first name. That's what I was saying. Daniela's on it. So that's just before Halloween, isn't it? We've got to make sure they're Halloween, mate. Yeah, I'm going to go on for another couple of minutes. I'm going to have one more rum. Let's see in the chat how it's going, and then we'll take it from there. I only put the bottle up today. It's already going quick. Don't know what's going on there. Stevie, let me know in the chat. You ready to go to the Arsenal game with me, mate? Let me know. Let me know, lad. You're going to take me to that Basildon Pie and Mash, wouldn't you? But it's a bit out of the way, isn't it, Basildon? Never been there, mate. Let's just stick to what we know, mate. Turkish kebab on Green Street, mate. Yeah, he's ready. He's ready, mate. He's ready. Yeah, we're going to go, mate. We're going to rock it, mate. Link up with badges, isn't it, before the game? Anyway, I'm going to close the show. So, yeah, thanks again for joining. We had a good laugh. And West Ham at Arsenal. Big game. Going to be need a good lineup. Atmosphere should be good. Should be near sellout. I think hopefully the prices will be reasonable. So hopefully not £60 a ticket like they were for that Europa game. You know, come on, club. £30, 20, £30. Let's get the fans in. London derby. And we give them one, innit? Let's get a bit of vengeance for the big mouthy lot they've been over the summer, giving us all this kind of crap online about Rice and all of that. So yeah, let's go. You take care. We'll be back next couple of days. Take care. Come on, you irons.